Thank you. I'm Mr. Laner. You may remember me from videos such as the 4-step method and divisibility rules. In today's episode, we're going to focus on the order of operations. Let's get into it and find out what that's all about. The order of operations can be remembered by an acronym, which is called PEMDAS, which stands for Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't have an Aunt Sally, so I always thought of it as Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sherry. The P in PEMDAS stands for parentheses. It's the first step that we go through. Anytime in a problem or an algebraic expression, we always do the parentheses first. Secondly, we work with exponents. Exponents is the second step. The M stands for multiplication. Our D stands for division. The A stands for addition. And the S stands for subtraction. And we'll kind of get into a couple of examples here to show you how the order of operations exactly works. Before we do that, there is a key reminder when working these problems out. We do start with parentheses. We do work into exponents. However, the next step is kind of combined. I kind of like to think of it like multiplication and division are dating. They're a couple. And basically, that goes from left to right. Now, what does that exactly mean? Let's take a look at this problem up here on the top. If I have 22 divided by 2 times 3, multiplication and division, they're together. That's the only two operations in this problem. But I'm going to start from left to right. So I would start with 22 divided by 2, which is 11. 11 times 3, which becomes 33. I would not do multiplication first. Even though it comes first in PEMDAS, these are together from left to right. So I wouldn't multiply 2 times 3 to get 6, and then divide 22 by 6. So it's important that you make sure that you go from left to right when you're looking at the multiplication and division. Our next part, addition and subtraction. They're a couple too. They're dating. Think of it this way. You're going to go from left to right. So let's take a look at our practice problem here. If I have 10 minus 2 plus 8, all I have is addition and subtraction, and I'm going to start it from left to right. So this one, I would do 10 minus 2, which is 8, and 8 plus 8 is 16. If I did addition first, let's see if that changes the problem at all. 2 plus 8 would be 10. 10 minus 10 would be 0. So if we don't follow the order of operations, it can totally throw off the entire problem. This is my helpful reminder when you're thinking of PEMDAS. Remember, multiplication, division, they're a couple. Addition and subtraction, they're a couple. Let's take a look at our first practice problem. If my problem states, or expression states, the quantity 9 plus 2 multiplied by 6 minus 5 equals. The very first step is parentheses. So I would have to add my 9 plus 2, which becomes 11. Then I analyze my problem further. What operations do I have left? I have a multiplication and I have a subtraction. I know that multiplication comes first. So I would do 11 times 6 to get 66. The only operation left is subtraction. 66 minus the 5 would equal 61. Something I'd like you to do is to make sure when you're working these problems, rewrite the problem each step as you work it out. It's going to help you with organization, and it's going to help keep your thinking clear as you work out more complex problems. Let's take a look at a little harder problem this time. This next problem states 8 times the quantity of 2 to the 4th power minus 3 plus 8. There's a lot of different operations in here. Let's break it down step by step. The very first thing I need to work is my parentheses. Then I look inside my parentheses. I have an exponent and I also have a subtraction sign. I know that exponents must come first. I would then rewrite my problem as 8 times the quantity of 16 minus 3 plus 8. Again, keeping my problem in order. I know that parentheses still has to come first. I must do 16 minus 3 before any other part of this problem. The problem would then look like 8 times 13 plus 8. I have multiplication and addition left. 8 times 13 becomes 104. I bring down my plus 8, The only operation left is addition. 104 plus 8 would equal 112. And you can see each step that I work, I rewrote the problem each time. This is essential when you guys are working on this to help you keep it organized. It's going to clear up any confusion or misconceptions that you guys have. Alright, my favorite time, and hopefully again it's your favorite time. You are now going to practice this problem. So go ahead and get that paper and pencil ready, pause this video, and I'd like you to try 26 plus 6 squared divided by 4. Once you've tried the problem, hit play and let's compare some answers. Okay, your first step in this problem, you should have done your exponent first. There was no parentheses, so I go to the next step. E stands for exponents. I would do 6 squared. 6 squared becomes 36. I rewrote the problem. Then I analyze. I have addition and division left. 36 divided by 4 would come first, which becomes 9. 26 plus 9 would equal the 35. I worked my problem out. I wrote it each step of the way. Hopefully you were able to come up with the same answer that I was. If you struggle or were unsure, look back at the beginning of the video and see, did you follow the operations? Was it a mathematical error as you were going through? Thank you for tuning in to another exciting episode of Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza, and we'll see you next time.